Everyone, this is Tamlin Hislop from the Happiness Consultancy, and I'm here today to talk to you about a tip to create more happiness in your life, starting today. So I'm on the last module of my 6 Weeks to Happiness program, which is next week, so I'm really excited, and I've been doing a lot of work on helping my group create more happiness in their lives. And one of the things that keeps coming up in the group is, I don't know what makes me happy. And I actually find this a lot with my clients is a lot of them come to me and they say, I'm unhappy and I don't know why. And I ask them, how much have you tried to figure out what makes you happy? Do you know what makes you happy? What have you done so far to make you happy? And often they say, oh, well, not much, or I haven't tried anything. And this is the point, is that in order to be happy, you have to be proactive about it. You have to know what makes you happy. You have to do the things that bring happiness into your life. So that's what I'm going to help you do today. I'm going to help you create a happiness list. So a happiness list is essentially just a list of all the things that bring you joy and happiness in your life. So I've got one of these lists that I have stuck up on my wall. And every time that I'm having one of those down days or I'm feeling low or frustrated, I simply look at my list and I go through it and I choose one thing and I take that action and I do that one thing to create more happiness in my life. So that's what we're going to do right now. So what I'd like you guys to do is I would like you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and I'd like you to write happiness in the middle of your piece of paper. So for example, okay, so you'd write happiness in the middle of your circle. And then what I want you to do is on a separate piece of paper, I want you to brainstorm and make a list of all the things that make you happy. Okay, so here's a list of mine, for example. Lots of different things. I literally just did a brain dump of all the different things that bring me joy and make me happy. So for example, some of those things are, I love goal setting. I love working on my goals. Hugs and cuddles with my fiance, Matt. Quality time with him, spending time with my dog, walks in my garden, reading a good personal development book, listening to the chirps of the birds in the garden, the smell of first rains, being creative, being in nature, traveling, doing what I love, eating a piece of sea salt Lindt chocolate, having a beauty treatment, having a facial. I love having a facial. Eating biltong is one of my favorite foods, and I won't bore you with the rest, but I essentially want you to brainstorm all the things that make you happy or bring you joy. Okay, so you start with that, and then what I want you to do is on your other piece of paper, I want you to write some main headings that are important to you in your life. So for example, these might be health. Health is one of my important things. Wealth, relationships, personal development. Personal development is a really important one for me. Me time, connecting with myself, career, and you got to have some fun time. You got to have some room for fun. So let's add in there fun and adventure. Okay, so I've got there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 segments. Okay, so these areas are significant in my life. They're important in my life. Okay, so you have your happiness in the middle of the circle and what segments are important to your life. And then what I want you to do is take a look at your happiness list that you have just literally written everything down, and I want you to now go through it and put it under which heading it goes under. So for example, under relationships, my family is very, very important to me, and they bring me a lot of joy and happiness. And one of the things that makes me happy is spending time with them, and also the fact that I live 5 minutes away from my mum and dad, whereas for 10 years I lived in London, and I lived obviously 12 hours flight away. So I'm going to put under here my friends and my family, and the fact that I live 5 minutes from my family. Other relationships are relationships that are important to me is with my clients and with my coach. So those make me happy. Coach, clients. Okay. For example, health. What makes me happy in my health? Look on my list. Walks in the garden. That could go under health. Exercising. I make sure that I do at least 20 minutes of exercise a day. Okay. If I'm feeling generous to myself, I'll give myself a day off, but generally I'll exercise every day for at least 20 minutes, but more likely an hour. So that's exercise. I make sure that I do yoga and Pilates and things like that that really help me relax and look after myself and stretch and really kind of de-stress from the day, because I work long hours having my own business. So I make sure I've got yoga in there to make me happy. I am going to see a nutritionist tomorrow, so I'm looking after what I'm eating, how my skin is, how my food will affect my brain, my energy, so that makes me happy. Okay, I'll do one more, but then you get the picture, right? So for personal development, for example, again, I look at my list, and goal setting is really important to me, so I'll put that under here. Goal setting. And other things is every night I make sure that I have 30 minutes of personal development time before bed. So I really kind of pride my mind before I go to sleep with positive information. Okay, so I'll either be learning something new or just listening to something motivational. Okay, so I'll put there positive video, or I'll read a personal development book for before bed, for example. And also perhaps meditation can come under there, under personal development. So you get the picture. So you have your happiness segment in the middle of the page, and then your key areas of your life around it, and then what goes under each of those areas. And basically, you've already brainstormed a lot of the things that make you happy and bring you joy. So you're essentially just slotting in a lot of this stuff here. Okay, so what this does, then it becomes a point of reference for your happiness. So like I said, if you're having one of those days where you're feeling down, or something's happened, or you're just lacking energy, simply go to your happiness list and look at it, get inspiration, take one thing and take action on one of those things that makes you happy. It really works. Okay, but one other thing that I'd like you to do is also take a look at your happiness list, at these main headings that you've got, and I want you to gauge on a scale of 1 to 10 how happy you are at the current point in your life at the moment with that area. So for example, for relationships, you might say, I'm feeling a bit of a 6 out of 10 at the moment because I need to maybe work on some relationships. Maybe your health, you haven't been eating healthy or exercising, so maybe you're about a 4. So I really want you to gauge as to your level of happiness in each of those areas. Okay, so that gives you a reference point as to where you are now and how you can move forward. So the first step for change is awareness. So once you're aware of where you are and how happy you are in that area, you can say, I don't want to be a 4 out of 10, if you were a 4 out of 10, for example. I don't want to be a 4 out of 10 in my health. I want to be more like a 6 or 7 out of 10. So what is one thing that I can do to take action to go from a 4 to a 5, or from a 4 to a 6, for example? And then what I want you to do is, in a different color, I want you to write one action that you could take to jump up that number or to improve that number. So it might be, I need to join a gym, or I need to clean out my pantry, or I need to go see a nutritionist. Okay, so your action would be in a different color. And I just want one action for each of those areas. Okay, and that action, if you can take that within the next 24 hours, that would be amazing, because that is where the power is in the action. Okay, so this will literally help you create awareness around, what does happiness mean to me? What makes me happy? And how can you take action on improving the levels of your happiness in your life right away? Okay, so give that a go. Let me know how you get on. Please comment on the video below. Let me know how your happiness list went. And please, I'd love to see them. So please send them through, or let me know if you enjoyed the exercise. And be sure to tune in next time for the next happy tip. But have a great day, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.